It has been really lovely this past week. It's been raining here in Southern California, and I don't know if you can hear the sound of the rain on the roof, but it's really nice. I love this vibe, and this game is perfect for a rainy day and just wanting to relax. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's continue. So I love that you can do these out of order if you want to, but I think I'm just gonna go in order because I love the option, but I'm gonna take the first chapter. Are you ready? Are you ready for another Cove and Paige episode? The family shopping trip had lasted most of the morning, and you still had to unload everything from the trunk before you could go enjoy the afternoon. I might have to kick my dog out. You cradled another bag in your arms as you headed towards your house. It was one of the heavier bags from the grocery store, loaded with fresh apples, ripe tomatoes, a bunch of carrots, and even half a watermelon. Hot mom number one. Ma came out the front door and paused just ahead of you.
It's no trouble.
Need any help with that, Paige? I can bring it the rest of the way if you want me to. Yes, please, it would be helpful. Yes, please, it was just too heavy. No, I've got it. You were doing fine. No, I've got it. You could just manage to hold it. You eagerly agreed with a nod of your head. You needed someone else to take it. You didn't say anything. You could finish the job yourself, no problem. So Paige Maple is a shy, independent, strong woman, so she's gonna carry this shit herself. You were doing it fine. Even if it was large, it wasn't really any problem for you. Mom gave you an encouraging grin and rustled her fingers through your black hair. You set the next bag on the counter. Your older sister began to root around inside for the contents with a sigh. How much is left? Still a few more bags. With a huff and a puff, Elizabeth continued putting away the groceries, and you retreated out of the kitchen before you could become the target of her bad mood.
Be careful.
Careful, Paige. You hadn't been looking where you were going and bumped right into Mom, almost stepping on her toes to boot. Sorry. I can give you a pass this time, but be sure to watch where you're going. If you run into the wrong person, you might get your license revoked. She grinned at the bad joke as you continued through the door. Outside, Ma had started organizing what remained and putting back any loose objects that had fallen out during the trip. When you stepped up to the trunk beside her, she took in a big breath of air, her dress gently swaying around in the breeze.
It's a shame.
It's a shame we had to continue the morning cooped up in that shopping center. It's a beautiful day, don't you think? It would look better if it was raining. You tilted your head to the sky, gazing at the clear blue expanse. Yeah, it is. Days like today are my favorite. It's too hot. I wish it was raining. I like it when it's stormy the best. I wish I could project myself onto Paige, but what would Paige say? I think Paige would say days like today are my favorite. Ma smiled at you, her amber eyes glinting with affection. You and your sister are a lot alike in that way, and me too. You gave her a familiar look, but eventually you turned back to help her with the last of the bags. Oh, hi, Cove. You noticed Mom wave over at Cove, who had just exited his front door, his surfboard propped up under one arm. I wish I had dated a surfer back when I was young. Let me see, surfboard and wetsuit. Where might you be off to on this beautiful day? Cove instantly startled, not having realized your family was also out here. Even though your mom was the one who called out, you were the one he looked at. He tried to settle down again. He jogged across the pavement to properly say hello to you and your family. It was decidedly awkward since surfboard made the whole thing seem even clumsier. Careful with that thing, you'll put someone's eye out. Mom chuckled and got a whisper reproach from Ma for it. Pam, please, go easy on him. Cove winced and you couldn't help but feel for the guy. This had to be uncomfortable for him. Don't mind her, honey. It's a beautiful day for surfing. I haven't been out on the waves in a long time. I'm jealous. He smiled a little at that, pleased to have people around who shared his hobby. Hi, Cove. He had relaxed some. I can't read today, guys. He had relaxed some when Ma spoke to him, but all the rigidity came back as soon as he said something. Hey, bitch! Cove gripped his board tighter, and it almost felt like you had butterflies in your stomach. Did you want to come down to the beach later? We could hang out. He noticed the flush of red on his cheeks, but that might have just been from the heat. Sure, I'll meet you there when we're done. Oh yeah, I could do that. Alright, I can't this time. I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, I could do that. Cool. He seemed a little sheepish after realizing how loud that was. I love the voice acting. I feel like sometimes I have the game turned down too low, so you guys can't hear the voice acting that comes in, but I'll try and get it in this video. Thanks for coming. You're not done unloading, right? Can I help? No. This is our job. You go enjoy the beach. Paige can catch up as soon as she's finished here. Alright, I'll see you. Yeah, bye for now. Cove headed on down to the beach with more skip in his step than normal. It was really cute. You smiled softly to yourself at the thought that you'd be joining him soon. He sure seemed to perk up after you agreed to meet him there. I wonder why that would be. Ma. Now who's giving him a hard time, honey? Shush, it's different. Mom's face broke into an incredulous grin. In what way? I'm being supportive and he can't hear it. Mom full on laughed at that. You're the worst of us when it comes to this. Honestly, I keep trying to warn people, but they won't listen. I only want to help. I think it's fair to say he might need it. Meddler, but you have a point. They're already planning our wedding, watch. You narrowed your eyes at their teasing, and they simply chuckled conspiratorially before taking more bags from the trunk and heading inside. Once everything had finally been taken in and put away, you got yourself ready to meet Cove at the beach. You had a surfboard in your room that you wanted to take with you. Your family had a surfboard around here somewhere. You weren't sure what you were going to do. He was surfing and you didn't know. Who chooses that answer? No, I have my own surfboard. I surf. You'd been practicing your surfing more and more lately. It was always ready to go. How convenient. After grabbing your board and getting everything ready, you headed down to the beach. Have fun, honey. Stay safe. Freedom. When you arrived at the shore, you were greeted by the crash of the waves and the soft calls of seagulls. Caca, caca. You took in a lungful of the ocean air and felt your olive skin warm in the sun. You noticed a small setup nearby with a towel, some sunscreen, and a bottle of water. I miss the beach now. It must be Cove's. You spotted Cove himself nearby. He hadn't gone out to sea yet. He was just sitting in the sand at the water's edge, his board propped up beside him. You walked up beside him. Let's scare him. Hi, I made it. Paige. I can't help but smile every time Cove appears. He looked up at you with a smile and quickly hopped to his feet. I was starting to think you weren't going to show up. I wouldn't have missed it for the world. Sorry you had to wait. and stay inside all day? I don't think so. I wouldn't have missed it, but she's shy, so I'm just gonna say sorry you had to wait. You don't have to say that, it's okay. Then he's cast his eyes out towards the waves. Cove, I'm not that good at surfing. I'm ready to get in there. Wanna have a competition? Will you give me some tips? Let's have a competition. What does the winner get? I already see where this is going. You wrinkled your nose and thought about it for a moment. Don't have to think that long. If you win, I'll let you have my dessert the next time you come over to. Weak. That was weak. And if you win, I'll give you mine. Maybe they're not old enough. They need to be like 15, 16. You shook hands to settle the terms and ran out into the water together. You paddled out into the sea to where the good waves were. The water was cool against your skin. Ah, how fun. Hey. Oh, thumbnail right there. Thumbnail. Not too calm, but nothing crazy. It looks perfect today. He smiled at you and you couldn't help but smile back. You felt totally content. Until Cove kicked the water a little too hard and it inadvertently splashed you. Hey! Oh, sorry. The apology did not come across as especially repentant, as he was smiling the entire time he said it. Yeah, we're gonna splash him back. You laughed, but waited for an opening for revenge. Oh my god, this is such a wholesome moment. The second he looked away, you kicked back, spraying him. This wasn't what we were supposed to compete over, Paige. You snickered quietly at the reaction. He is so cute. You tried to splash him once more, but he was ready for it and got to you first. He looked at you with a cheeky smile. Didn't you want to do some surfing before the afternoon is over? Yeah. One battle was over, but the war was just beginning. By the time you set the standards for the little competition, you felt relaxed in the sea. You wanted to show off. You surfed carefully. You decided to go with the flow. Honestly, I'm just gonna go with the flow. You played the competition by ear and went after whatever wave made sense. However, you tried to keep your focus on the feel of the waves and your balance on your board. He complimented you mildly after you tackled a big wave. You were awesome at surfing. You were pretty good at competing. You only fell off your board once, which it wasn't bad. You didn't do well, honestly. I'm gonna say Paige fell once, but it wasn't bad. No, let's do pretty good. She's pretty good. Sometimes you mispositioned yourself on your board or came into the wave with the wrong angle, but overall you rocked it. You go, girl. You mostly stuck with safer waves and let Cove go after the daredevil stunts. You'd built up a strong consistency and got the rhythm of it down. Once you'd felt comfortable, you went after a more difficult wave. You'd been keeping up with Cove and needed something to push you over the edge. The last wave hadn't been just what you needed. You paddled into it slowly, taking care of the approach. Then you felt it. You popped up, maybe a little shaky in your crouch at first, but deliberately, carefully, you straightened yourself into a sturdy stance. You rode the wave as it swept you towards the shore. Cove shot you a thumbs up. With that wave tamed, it was clear who the winner was. Me. Am I the winner? Nice work. What an afternoon. The setting sun was visible on the horizon. Every time you would look away, it had sunk a little lower. The beach was darkening, but still pleasantly warm. You knew you should get out of the water before it was completely dark in the sea. You rode one last wave to get back to the beach. There you picked up your surfboard and gave it a quick once-over. I've never surfed before, have you? Let me know in the comments. I do boogie board though, you know, when you can catch a wave and the wave will like take you on your boogie board all the way back to shore. It's really fun. Cove followed behind you to the shore. He put his board with his other things and grabbed his towel to start drying off. As he ruffled his hair with the towel, you watched the sunset together. The colors were beautiful in the distance, and the shadows around you deepened. There was no need for words between you two as you both enjoyed the sight for a moment. Cove broke the silence. The waves were good today, I think. Yeah, totally. Perfect for surfing. I'm gonna say perfect for surfing. He nodded mildly. Who won anyway? You've gotten so good. You couldn't help but smile at the praise. It meant a lot coming from him. Oh, I think I won. I'll have to catch up. You chatted a little more until the conversation truly died out and all you heard was the rhythmic sound of the waves. Then Cove sighed. The day can't be over. Not yet. He scowled into the distance as if the sun exiting the sky was a personal offense. Don't you think it should be longer? It felt long enough for me. Only a shrug could express your feelings on that matter. Indifferent. I'm just gonna say yeah. Cove stood up straight in defiance of the approaching darkness. I'm not gonna go home yet. I want to go somewhere. I don't know. Cove was still dripping in salt water, so you weren't sure what the alternative was. Wetsuits were fine for the beach and not much else. It wasn't a good idea for him to lug his surfboard around town either. You'll be real cute in that wetsuit wherever you go. Well, I need to call it a night. Yeah, I want to do something too. We'll sure be welcome anywhere soaking wet like this. I want to do something too. Cove nodded with a smile. Then he looked down the shore with wide, shining eyes. There's at least one place that's always okay to hang out in no matter what time it is. The park. You nodded. The park was virtually always empty. Even Elizabeth only went over there nowadays if she was looking for you. How times have changed. She used to be so protective of the place. In fact, the only person there was a chance of running into might be that Jeremy kid again. I was thinking that. I bet you he's gonna show up. You brought the idea up to Cove and he cringed, but I'm still going. The sun is still there a little. I'm staying out as long as it is. You tagged along. I guess I'll tag along. Okay, let's go. Cove took a minute to put his stuff in order. He made sure to get it all, though it didn't take much care to shake the sand off. You dealt with your own things. You stuffed everything together quickly. You took your time to pack your bag. Are we in a hurry? I guess. But you know what? It would suck to forget something, so let's take our time. The two of you finished at about the same time. He led the way down the beach to the park. It wasn't far, so it didn't take you long at all. The sun still had not completely disappeared just yet when you made your arrival. Cove stuck his surfboard upright in the sand and tossed his towel over top. By now, the two of you were mostly dry. The summer breeze on your skin kept you pleasantly warm. Cove idly went over to the monkey bars. He grabbed them, feet flat on the ground, and pretended to go across. He had definitely grown in the past few years. You were still short enough to use the monkey bars yourself. Sometimes being tiny had its perks. When he got to a bar in the middle, Cove pulled himself up and through, then sat on top of the bars. Nice upper body strength. His legs dingled off the side of the bar he perched on. You joined him on the monkey bars. You stood nearby. Took a seat on the swing. Take a seat on the swing, girl. You sat right down on a free seat and started swinging your legs, first slowly, but then you added more power to your kicks. Air rushed past your face and ruffled your hair. You built up enough momentum to let it carry you. It was a lazy arc, not high or fast, perfect for having a conversation. Guess what? He smiled broadly and raised an eyebrow. He's not here. Right, it was true. There wasn't a single sign of Jeremy. Looks like it was just gonna be the two of you tonight. Cove hung his head and groaned dramatically. Your eyes widened when he whipped his head back up. I can't believe how dumb my parents are for forcing me to come to this stupid place. What place? You were taken aback and blinked for a second before you realized he was quoting Jeremy. Oh. You You got me, you got me. Don't scare me like that. One Jeremy is enough. That's not really nice. Funny, but not nice. You don't have to tease him. Ugh, my parents don't know anything. I hate Jeremy. Okay, that's a strong word. Jeremy sucked, so let's mock him. Cove chuckled back at you, amused. You looked around. The old park, the streets you knew like the back of your hand, and the beach. These were your stomping grounds. You wondered how Cove actually felt. How much was his joke just a joke, and how much was sincere dislike of this place. Moving had never been his choice. The rain is getting louder. Do you actually like this neighborhood, Cove? I know you don't think it's dumb. You let the silence stretch between you two. Okay, let's instigate a little bit of drama, maybe. Do you actually like this neighborhood? Do you really have to ask that, Paige? Cove kicked his legs carelessly as they dingled. He smiled softly. I like air. I really do. It's a nice place. He didn't hesitate. There was no uncertainty. That was his genuine opinion. Yeah, I like it too. Well, at least one person likes it here. You nodded wordlessly. Well, of course. I'm here after all. You're the best thing in the neighborhood, Cove. Ouch. I'm just gonna say I like it too. A contented feeling fell between the two of you. Oh, it's nighttime. It didn't take long for the day to finally draw to a close. The sun was gone and it was dark. You chatted a while longer, but it was definitely winding down. We better get home. I wish days were longer. You chose not to say anything. Going with the timid Paige. Maybe I'll make her more feisty when she's 18. You sat in the dark in silence. Cove shifted positions so that his back was on the monkey bars and he could look up at the stars. You wondered how comfortable that could be. Look at the moon. It's so clear tonight. You glanced up and saw a great gibbous moon swilling over the sky. Few clouds covered the sparkling stars above. Too bad we can't stay forever. Cove sighed. It was time to go home. He hopped down from the monkey bars with a thump when his feet hit the ground. You stopped moving your legs and stood when the swing slowed down. The chains rattled and the swing smacked into you a bit, its energy not entirely spent. Cove grabbed his surfboard and threw his towel around his neck. With his water bottle in hand, he was ready. You both began your trek up the road. It was a quiet night, and you didn't run into anyone else. In what felt like no time at all, you had reached your street. As you walked, Cove smiled to himself. It was a soft expression, and you couldn't help but wonder what put it there. Cove. I just remember when we were younger, it used to be such a big deal to come home after dark. You could indeed recall. If you got sandy, your parents would have something to say. If you got wet, your parents would have more to say. And if you came home after dark, well, your mom and his dad better have said it was okay beforehand. You used to need permission for everything. That small comment he made exposed just how much freedom you really had this summer. Cove looked up into the sky, a smile still on his face as the two of you walked side by side reminiscing. When you came to your houses, you turned to each other. See ya later, Paige. Bye. It was nice seeing you. This was definitely an interesting experience. Yup. Thanks for the awesome day. Well, I won the contest, so that was an awesome day. Cove waved and you both turned around to your respective houses. This was a pleasant end to the outing, you thought. That was a very short episode. We're gonna fly through these years, watch. Alright, I guess our next chapter will be growing. It's early in the morning still where I'm at. What time is it there for you? Well, anyway, I hope that you have a great day today, a great week, a great weekend. I'm actually really excited for next weekend because I have a consultation with this really awesome tattoo artist in LA, and I'm gonna get arm. I won't reveal it. I won't reveal the tattoo that I'm covering up, but I will reveal my new tattoo probably next month. So I'm excited about that. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for hanging out.